Hi P3s. Okay, let's look at the questions. Okay, so when it is rainy, they close, right? When it is sunny, the leaves open up. Okay, now so all these four options is true because living things have all these four characteristics. However, they will ask you what is being shown on the above plant. So basically, what happens is when the environment or when the surrounding changes, or whether rainy or sunny, when it changes, the leaf also changes behavior, right? It opens and closes. So this shows that actually living things respond to changes. So it's number 2. Okay, so living things need air, food, and water to stay alive, right? So you have food and water already, so no problem. So most probably it's because no air lah. And then they give you a very important clue is sealed. Okay, so it's sealed, that means no air can go in. So the mouse inside will finish using up the air, and then you have no air to breathe anymore, and then you will die. So he wants to allow the mouse to survive longer, right? So to allow the mouse to survive longer, you must have air. Okay, so you must poke holes. Number 3. Okay, because enough water, enough already, just no air. Okay, in fact, out of air, food, and water, the most important is air lah. Okay, because let's think about it. In our shoe. Okay, if you don't breathe for a few minutes, you'll die. Okay, that's why it's the most important. If you don't drink water within a few days, you'll die. Without food, in a few weeks, you'll die. Okay, that's why most important is air, followed by water and then food. Okay, the most important clue here is the word fins. Okay, fins usually is for fishes. Okay, anyway, these two just nice, they also have scales and legs, so that's the characteristic of fish lah. Okay, most fish they lay eggs lah. Okay, only some fishes like guppy, molly, they give birth. Okay, scales actually only reptiles and fish, and in this case, uh, reptiles has dry scales and reptiles don't have fins what. So that's why we know that this is fish. Okay, fish no legs so this is out. Fish no feathers it's also out. Feathers belongs to birds. Breathe through gills, yes. Okay, that's the characteristic of fish. Live on land and water is amphibian so this is also out. So answer is number 3. Okay, so for this question, right, it is a grouping or classification. Okay, so actually you think that the one on the left is mammal, but you realize that on the right is not, because fish is fish, snake is a reptile, okay, turtle is reptile, so they actually don't belong to the same group. So they must be in the same, they must have, fish, snake and turtle must share something similar lah. Okay, seems like for B they're all talking about outer covering, right? So fish, snakes and turtle, snake and turtle is reptile so okay, all of them have scales, just that for snake and turtle their scales is dry scales but anyway this is correct. Molluscum is not it's amphibians, and none of them is amphibian. So mammals are outer covering of hair, right? So it's this 2. Okay, we are also mammals we also have hair, so it's number. Okay, let's see, this plant, right, has flower. That means it must be a flowering plant. Okay, flowering plants bear fruits because flower turn into fruits. So let's look at the flow chart. Okay, so does it make its own food? Definitely yes. All plants make their own food, regardless it's flowering or non-flowering. Does it have fruits? Yes, because like I say, flower turns into fruits. So flowering plants produce fruits. Okay, so I know it's not very clear, but actually there are very many small flower. So does it produce a single big flower? So it's no. Okay, so answer is number 3. C. Okay, let's continue. So this one is mole. This one is a mushroom. Okay, they both belong to this group called fungi lah. Fungi is actually a decomposer. If you watch the video, you know that living things, they are broken down into, sorry, okay, so everything in this world is broken down into living thing and non-living thing. Okay, so living things, you have animals, plants, and then fungi and bacteria, which is the decomposer group. The decomposer, you have fungi, bacteria. So bread mold and mushroom is fungi lah. Okay, they can be harmful, useful, depends on situation. Bread mold is harmful lah, mushroom is useful lah. But also some mushroom can be harmful. Okay, but the mushroom that we eat is usually helpful lah. That's why we don't get sick, because it's not poisonous. Okay, so they are both non-living things. This is not true. Okay, fungi and bacteria belongs to living thing group. They don't reproduce by seeds, they reproduce by spores. Okay, just like non-flying plants, fungi reproduce by spores. But fungi is not plants because fungi the fungi doesn't make its own food. Plants make its own food. Non-flying plants make its own food. Both cannot make their own food. That's true. Fungi don't make their own food because it's not plant. Both have to know. Bread mold, yes, this is actually under microscope. That's why it's so big. But if you look at bread mold, it's actually very tiny. Can't really see. Okay, mushroom no need lah. Mushroom. Okay, so no need. So it's number 3. Mushroom we can see with our eyes. We don't need microscope. Okay, let's look at this 4 students statement. Azalina says that both bacteria and yeast are microorganisms. Okay, this is correct already. Okay, microorganism, that means living things that are very tiny and can only be seen under microscope. Okay, microscope, if you do not know yet, but you should know, it is a equipment that helps you zoom up to hundreds or even thousand times so that you can see very tiny objects or living things. Iman say that both bacteria and yeast reproduce by seed. Not true. Okay, bacteria reproduce by splitting itself. Okay, and seeds is only for flowering plant. Both bacteria and yeast are fungi. Bacteria is bacteria lah. Yeast is fungi lah. Yeast is a special kind of fungi that is very, very tiny, that only has 1 cells. But you won't learn about cells until P5. So this is wrong because only yeast is fungi, but bacteria is not. Bacteria is just bacteria. All bacteria, no, not all, some only. All fungi and bacteria, they can be useful or harmful, depends. So Azalina is the only one that's correct. Okay, cockroach. Cockroach, by the way, is insect. You should know that because it has 3 body parts and 6 legs. It reproduces. Yes, it lays many eggs in a egg case. Okay, so it lay eggs and it lay many eggs. In fact, 3 body parts, yes, because it's an insect. The young resemble yes, okay, because for cockroach is a 3-stage life cycle insect. For 3-stage life cycle insect, right, is egg, nymph, adult lah. Nymph, in case you forget how to spell, and adult. And for 3-stage life cycle insect, right, the young will look like adult. For 4-stage life cycle insect, the young will not look like adult. For example, the caterpillar and the butterfly. Okay, so R. Okay, life cycle of a mosquito and a chicken, which is a bird. The differences, the chicken give birth, well, okay, no, chicken also lay eggs. This one I think you all should know. So this is out. The young of the chicken looks like the adult. The young of the mosquito do not. You can see the larva and the adult mosquito looks very different. One has wings, one doesn't have wings. Or even based on your knowledge, you should know that the larva stage, which is called the wriggler, lives in water. The adult doesn't. So this statement is correct. There are 4 stages in the mosquito, 3 stages in chicken. Okay, so your answer is B and C. Okay, this question is a bit tough because graph is involved. But anyway, what they are trying to tell you is that you stay 2 days as egg. After that, you turn into the larva. So after that, you stay 5 days as larva. Then it will turn into pupa, and then you spend 3 days as pupa, and grow into adults. And then you spend 7 days adult, and then after that, it will die. Okay. So basically, egg, larva, pupa, adult tells you is a 4-stage life cycle. It's anyway, mosquito you should know it's 4-stage life cycle. So you spend 2 days as an egg before it hatch, correct? There are 3, no, not true. As you can see, there's 4 stages. Okay, mosquito can reproduce 8 days after they are hatched from the egg. Okay, let's go and count. So after the egg, 5 days larva stage, 3 days pupa stage. Yes, correct. After 8 days, it become adult. After adult, you can lay eggs already. Can reproduce. So it's A and C. So it's number 4. Okay, beetle. Beetle is a 4-stage life cycle insect. Okay. Let's go and draw out the diagram. Okay, maybe I'll just draw here. So egg. Okay, beetle is like butterfly and mosquito lah. 4-stage life cycle. Larva. Pupa. Pupa is when it stays in cocoon. It doesn't come out. It doesn't move. Okay, it basically stops eating during that period. So that the one that doesn't feed is here and here. They don't eat it really still stage. Larva eat the most. This one eat the most. Why? Because when in the pupa stage they cannot feed, right? So during the larva stage they will feed a lot. Okay, so as I was saying, egg and pupa should be no, right? So egg and pupa is no. I don't think there is any other options. Obviously during egg stage you don't eat lah. Okay, larva and adult both will eat. Okay, so number 4. Okay, so this is your seed, then your young, and your adult, right? So the main difference here is this flower lah. Okay, so it's flower. Okay, why? Because when it's flower, that means it can produce fruits and then they can reproduce really. So actually living things to be considered adult stage. Okay, not just plants or animals. So basically it has to be considered adult, it must be able to reproduce. Doesn't mean it will, but it is capable of doing that. Same for human beings lah. So adults, why are they called adults? Because they can have their children. Okay, just like animals. Okay, let's see. This one should be on your book lah. Okay, or you should, if you watch the video, you should see it. So this is your flower. This is a leaf. This one is quite simple. This is your roots. This is your fruit. We didn't label, but this is your stem. Okay, you should know all their function also. Show the name of the plant part. W is flower. Okay, correct. X is fruit. No, it is supposed to be Y. Y is not the leaf. Y is the fruit. Z is not the stem. Z is the roots. So all this is wrong. So only number 1. Okay, they can take in air. Why? Correct, because both has leaf, and the leaf is the one that take in air. Okay, both can put not true. Okay, only adult. As I was telling you, only when you have flower that can bear fruits. So the young one still cannot do that. Both can make its own food. Yes, because they both have leaf, and leaf is the one that make food. Okay, both can absorb. Yes, they both have roots. Okay, so A, B, and D is all correct. Take in air. Both can. Oh no, sorry. Like I said, B is wrong. So it's A, C, and D. Okay, that is mistake. Okay, so it's number 4. Correct. Okay, life cycle of a flowering plant. Okay, cycle must be one way one. So this one is definitely out lah. Where is it? Oh no. Okay, wait. So, yeah. So after seed is seedling, right, which is the young. So seed. Okay, this is wrong. After seed shouldn't be adult. Seed sleek. Okay, so this is correct. Let's just be sure. Spores, after spores is young lah. Okay, spores is young not seedling it should be young plant. Okay, so this is also out. So you only left number 2. Okay, so you have to set up. The only difference is the roots. Okay, roots will take in water. Okay, and if you ever look at roots, right, you realize there are many of them. So you can take in more water and take in faster. The stem can actually take in water. Actually, you are not taught this in P3 lah. But when you go to P4 year end, you learn about this thing called plant transport system. Sorry, a water carrying tube. Yeah, in the plant transport system. Okay, so inside the stem actually there's a tube that take up water. Okay, that is connected to the roots. Also, although the roots is gone, the water carrying tube in the plant transport system will still work. So you're still taking water, but slower, much slower, because roots have many of them. Plant transport, the water carrying tube only has one of them. So since you take in a lot of water for B, the water left will be very little. Okay, so it's either this or this. Okay, but there will be, as compared to A, you have more left lah. So number 2 is correct lah, because 19, 14, you should have more water left in A. 4 is wrong. Yeah, so it's number 2. Okay, Mary says that this part of the plant transport water and minerals to all parts of the plant transport. So it's your stem. If it take in water and minerals, then it's the roots. They give you a second clue. Supports the leaf and branch. Again, it's the stem lah. So it's number 1. Okay, this diagram is not very clear. they are actually pointing to the middle part of your ring file. I don't know if you know it. Okay, in your ring file, the middle part is actually made of metal. Okay, so they are definitely because they are strong. Okay, metal is not flexible. At least the metal that we see here is not flexible. It cannot be bent. It is opaque. Yes, it is opaque. Opaque meaning light cannot see through it, or light cannot pass through. Okay, it is true that it is opaque, but that's not the reason why you choose it. Okay, so this is not important, although it is true. Also not waterproof. You're not going to soak your file in water. At least not the part. So strong is the main reason. So that part wouldn't spoil. You can hold your paper. Okay. He wants to carry grocery, and the grocery is wet. Take note. Wet. Okay. That means the material must be waterproof. Because if it's not waterproof, right? Okay, if it's for example, if it's water absorbent, then the material holding it will be wet, or water can leak out of the bag. Then no point already. Okay. So best, I mean grocery bag best is flexible. You don't want a stiff one. It's very hard to carry. Okay, it needs to be strong because grocery can be heavy sometimes. Waterproof, yes, like I say. Float or water not important. You're not going to take your uh, grocery as well as your bag for a swim. So this is not important. So it's A, B, and C only. So basically this one increased by 150 gram. This one increased by 80 gram. This one increased by 70 gram. This one increased by 30 gram. Why did the weight increase? That's because they tell you that he put them into water and then he take it out. So the increase in weight is the amount of water they absorb. You absorb water, that's why it become heavier. Okay, the one that increased the most is W lah. That means W is the most absorbent. Okay. Now, the materials that are used to make your towel must be absorbent. Otherwise, you cannot dry yourself, because the material used to make your towel must absorb away water from your body. So the best material is W, which is the most absorbent one. Okay. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.